Hello and welcome to Quiz Class. I'm your host, Ellen, and today we have 100 questions on general knowledge. Let's take a look at our Quiz Class awards. Let us know how you rank in the comments at the end, along with the answer to your bonus question. And here are the categories for today. Let's begin with biomes. Which biome is most affected by heavy rains in terms of soil nutrient leaching? Tundra, tropical rainforest, or temperate deciduous forest? Tropical rainforest. Which of the following best describes the alpine tundra? Shorter growing season, higher precipitation levels, or greater biodiversity of flora? Greater biodiversity of flora. In which biome is fire most important to maintaining the ecosystem? Desert, savanna, or tropical rainforest? Savanna. A desert is most likely to contain which of the following adaptations? Deep roots, dark foliage, or thick, waxy leaves? Thick, waxy leaves. Which of the following explains the high biodiversity in tropical rainforests? Stable climate, high altitudes, or seasonal changes? Stable climate. Which biome is xerophyte dominated? Desert, tropical rainforest, or temperate forest? Desert. Which forest has the lowest tree species diversity? Boreal forest, Mediterranean forest, or tropical rainforest? Boreal forest. Which factor does not distinguish savannas from temperate grasslands? Climate, temperature, or soil fertility? Temperature. What is the main characteristic of a chaparral biome? Permafrost, cold winters, or drought-resistant shrubs? Drought-resistant shrubs. Which of the following describes the Arctic tundra and Antarctic biomes in common? Absence of vascular plants, presence of permafrost, or presence of large mammalian herbivores? Presence of permafrost. In which biome would you find halophytic plant species? Desert, tundra, or salt marsh? Salt marsh. Which biome has the most unsustainable land use practices? Wetlands, grasslands, or alpine tundra? Grassland. Which process is in charge of the cycling of nutrients in temperate deciduous trees or forests? Evaporation, photosynthesis, or decomposition? Decomposition. What hinders tree height in the tundra biome? lack of sunlight, excessive rainfall, or permafrost? Permafrost. Which biome is characterized by low temperatures and high winds? Desert, savanna, or tundra? Tundra. Where can temperate rainforests be found? Coastline, tropical regions, or mountain ranges? Coastlines. Many tropical rainforest trees have buttress roots as a means of adaptations, mainly due to high winds, excessive rainfall, or nutrient-poor soils. Nutrient-poor soils. Which biome is recognized for having high plant biomass yet acidic soils? Taiga, tundra, or savanna? Taiga. In which type of biome are frost hardening adaptations commonly observed? Desert, tropical rainforest, or tundra? Tundra. Which biome is characterized by low primary productivity? Desert, tundra, or temperate grassland? Desert. And for question 21, let's move on to economic geography. Which area benefits from being close to universities? The Sahara, the Midwest, or Silicon Valley? Silicon Valley. What is the main goal of export processing zones? Encourage tourism, attract FDI with tax breaks, or promote local consumption? Attract FDI with tax breaks. What is the production process known as just-in-time? Outsource production, reduce production time, or deliver inputs only when needed? Deliver inputs only when needed. Which trade route played a key role in the Asia-European route? Spice route, Silk Road, or Trans-Saharan route? Silk Road. Which theory explains the information spillovers that lead to industrial clustering? Agglomeration theory, central place theory, or new economic geography? Agglomeration theory. What are footloose industries? Tied to raw materials, require heavy capital, or free to locate anywhere? Free to locate anywhere. Why do businesses want to be in special economic zones? Higher taxes, tax incentives, or limited market access? Tax incentives. Which development in the 20th century lowered trade expenses the most? The internet, containerization, or free trade agreements? Containerization. What does the core periphery model suggest? Agricultural production, political power distribution, or uneven economic development? Uneven economic development. Which industry benefits most from cities' agglomeration effects? Agriculture, technology, or manufacturing? Technology. What significant change in trade has resulted from the emergence of East Asia? Rise of protectionist policies, increased global trade volume, or the establishment of global supply chains? The establishment of global supply chains. What is the most typical location for the maquiladora system? China, Canada, or Mexico? Mexico. What is the impact of Dutch disease on the industrial sector? Sector growth, more investment, or reduced competitiveness? Reduced competitiveness. Which of the following does China's Belt and Road Initiative seek to improve? Domestic tourism, trade and infrastructure, or North-South diplomacy? Trade and infrastructure. What made the Ruhr Valley in Germany a center of industry? Large labor pools, support from banks, or coal and iron resources? Coal and iron resources. Why did global value chains expand over the 20th century? Domestic labor movements, increased trade barriers, or advances in transport and communication? Advances in transport and communication. What do regional economic development backward links mean? Supplier connections, selling to consumers, or related to financial services? Supplier connections. What does geographical path dependence refer to? Preference for local products, geography's influence on climate, or historical impact on current conditions? Historical impact on current conditions. Why are choke points like the Panama Canal necessary for trade? Increase travel time, facilitate faster shipping, or limit cargo capacity? Facilitate faster shipping. What role do re-export economies like Singapore play in trade? Reducing tariffs, manufacturing goods, or importing and exporting? Importing and exporting. Let's move to language and dialects. For question 41, which linguistic phenomenon describes the merging of two phonemes into one? Allophonic variation, phonemic merger, or morphemic leveling? Phonemic merger. In social linguistics, the term diglossia refers to language change, multiple languages used, or two language varieties in one community. Two language varieties in one community. Which language among the following has the strongest regional dialectal variation? Arabic, Chinese, or English? Chinese. What is the main difference between a sociolect and a dialect? Sociolects are social, sociolects are formal, or sociolects lack grammar. Sociolects are social and dialects are regional. In the study of dialects, the isogloss refers to a language family, a specific phonetic feature, or a boundary separating different dialects. A boundary separating different dialects. In terms of differences from modern Standard Arabic, which Arabic dialect is the most divergent? Gulf Arabic, Egyptian Arabic, or Maghrebi Arabic? Maghrebi Arabic. What is a simplified language used in trade? Dialect, Creole, or Pidgin? Pidgin. Which of the following is an example of a Creole language? Swahili, Mandarin, or Haitian Creole? Haitian Creole. What method causes dialects to become languages that are incomprehensible to each other? Grammaticalization, language divergence, or linguistic convergence? Language divergence. Which sociolinguistic idea best describes the process by which a regional language is utilized by a dominant language? Language shift, borrowing, or assimilation? Language shift. What distinguishes a prestige dialect within a language community from other dialects? Most widely spoken, it is more phonetically conservative or associated with high status. Associated with high status. What kind of language variation is referred to as a idiolect? Sociolect, formal standard, or individual language use? Individual language use. What term explains the process by which a language changes its vocabulary and structure? Language shift, language contact, or language divergence? Language contact. What is the distinction between high and low varieties of a language? Political boundaries, geographic separation, or formal versus informal usage contexts? Formal versus informal usage contexts. Which of the following languages demonstrates polysynthesis? Spanish, Mandarin, or Inuktitut? Inuktitut. What is the gradual blending of dialect features across a geographic area? Language shift, code switching, or dialect continuum? Dialect continuum. Which factor most significantly contributes to the survival of minority languages? The influence of media, geographic isolation, or intergenerational transmission? Intergenerational transmission. What is the term for switching between two dialects of the same language based on social context? Diglossia, language shift, or code switching? Code switching. What linguistic term describes when two or more languages mutually influence one another? Language shift, language contact, or language divergence? Language contact. What does glottochronology refer to? The creation of new dialects, the extinction of languages, or the study of how fast languages change? The study of how fast languages change. Let's move to famous physicists for question 61. Who is associated with the Dirac equation in quantum mechanics? Albert, Paul, or Niels Dirac? Paul Dirac. What is Niels Bohr most famous for? The atom, the nucleus, or quantum mechanics? The atom. Using his equations, James Clerk Maxwell discovered which significant law? The law of motion, law of electromagnetism, or law of thermodynamics? Law of electromagnetism. Who is known as the founder of touchstone method? Electrons in atoms, photons in light, or gravitational fields? So it's what is known as the founder of touchstone method. Electrons in atoms is the touchstone method. What was the first thing that influenced Albert Einstein's creation of special relativity? General relativity, classical mechanics, or Maxwell's equations? Maxwell's equations. Which physicist developed the first theory of superconductivity? Albert Einstein, John Bardeen, or Richard Feynman? John Bardeen. Which field gained from contributions of Richard Feynman? Thermodynamics, quantum mechanics, or quantum electrodynamics? Quantum electrodynamics. What significant finding advanced nuclear physics and was made possible by Enrico Fermi? The discovery of the neutron, the creation of the atomic bomb, or the development of the first nuclear reactor? The development of the first nuclear reactor. Who co-discovered nuclear fission? Albert Einstein and Niels Bohr, Otto Hahn and Fritz Strassmann, or Lise Meitner and Otto Frisch? Otto Hahn and Fritz Strassmann. Which atomic model was the result of Thomson's discovery of the electron? Bohr model, plum pudding model, or quantum mechanical model? Plum pudding model. Layers of the Earth for question 71. What is the reason for the Earth's layered structure formation? Impact events, plate tectonics, or differentiation due to gravity? Differentiation due to gravity. The composition of the Earth's inner core can be best described by which of the following? Silicate minerals, solid iron and nickel, or liquid iron and nickel? Solid iron and nickel. Which seismic evidence suggests the liquid nature of the Earth's outer core? Surface waves, P-wave shadow zone, or S-wave shadow zone? S-wave shadow zone. What distinguishes the zone of transition between the Earth's upper and lower mantles? The formation of magma, increase in temperature, or change in composition and density? Change in composition and density. Which mineral changes at high pressure in the mantle's transition zone? Garnet, feldspar, or olivine? Olivine. Which of the following creates convection currents in the mantle of the Earth? Radioactive decay, gravitational forces, or heat from the Earth's core? Heat from the Earth's core. Which stratum of the Earth produces the magnetic field that surrounds the planet? Crust, inner core, or outer core? Outer core. Which element is most prevalent in the crust of the Earth? Iron, oxygen, or silica? Oxygen. Which two Earth layers are divided by the Mohorovičić discontinuity? Crust and mantle, mantle and outer core, or outer core and inner core? Crust and mantle. Which kind of rock makes up most of the Earth's mantle? Igneous, peridotite, or metamorphic? Peridotites. What makes the D layer at the mantle's base important? Contains old rocks, source of magnetic field, or influences seismic waves? Influences seismic waves. Which of the following choices provides the most information regarding the composition of the Earth's interior from seismic waves? P waves, S waves, or both P waves and S waves? Both P waves and S waves. Which layer is characterized by its ductile or plastic behavior? Lithosphere, outer core, or asthenosphere? Asthenosphere. Which of the following explains why the oceanic crust has a higher density than the continental crust? Oceanic crust is thicker, continental crust is more buoyant, or oceanic crust is composed of denser materials? And the last one is the answer. What kind of process is believed to be responsible for tectonic plates falling back into the Earth's mantle? Subduction, plate tectonics, or seafloor spreading? Subduction. What does the internal source structure of Earth's Lyman discontinuity mean? Crust and mantle boundary, mantle and core boundary, or outer and inner core boundary? Outer and inner core boundary. What makes up the lower mantle of the Earth's material composition? Basalt and granite, molten iron and nickel, or silicate, perovskite, and ferropericlase? And the last one is the answer. What is the best explanation that the core of the Earth is made of solid material? It generates a magnetic field, P waves can travel through it, or S waves can travel through it. S waves can travel through it. Which of the following processes influences how the lithosphere on Earth is formed? Plate tectonics, sedimentation, or volcanic activity? Plate tectonics. Why do seismic waves alter in speed mostly? Changes in pressure, changes in temperature, or changes in the material's composition? Changes in the material's composition. Which country is this for question 91? Which country is unique for having 3 official capitals? Brazil, Australia, or South Africa? South Africa. Which country is home to the world's first modern skyscraper? Germany, the United States, or the United Kingdom? The United States. In which country is Mount Erebus located? Australia, Antarctica, or New Zealand? Antarctica. Which country has the largest number of sheep per capita? Australia, Argentina, or New Zealand? New Zealand. Which country celebrates Victory Day on May 9th? Russia, France, or Germany? Russia. Which country is the only one in the world whose national flag is not square? Nepal, Bhutan, or Switzerland? Nepal. Which country was the first to grant women the right to vote in 1893? Canada, Finland, or New Zealand? New Zealand. Which country is home to the Danakil Depression? Oman, Ethiopia, or Saudi Arabia? Ethiopia. Which country has a national anthem that has no lyrics? Spain, Japan, or Denmark? Spain. Which country is home to the largest Mediterranean-type ecosystem on the planet? Italy, Greece, or South Africa? South Africa. And for our bonus question, what is considered the oldest city in the world? Let us know the answer in the comments. Along with your quiz class Einstein reward ranking, of course. Thanks for playing this quiz. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.